First, I clean the antlers. Make sure there's no blood or gunk on the antlers, and there is no blood or gunk on the antlers. Cool. Second thing, rough brush it. I get a rough one. I go against the grain on the ears to fluff it up to work out any uglies there. Oops, wait. My last year took me 35 minutes.
I already got you, Dad.
You got me. All right. Now I got that there. You're all right. All right, now I comb with the hair. I fluff up the inside of the ears to fluff them all up. And this is not making it pretty. This is just roughing it up. Get under the armpits. Rough. And there's that. Now I take the air compressor and I blow off all of the I comb off the back of the form too, so it's all matted in the ears. I see a spot of Bondo, baby. Right?
I have a tendency to stand in front of the ear. When I do that, I hate with everything.
Blow with the hair, not against the hair. Against the hair really messes it up. Now, I take the fine brush and I'll do the fine, make it perfect. The last one I just finished, took 35 minutes. This will take somewhere that same amount of time, I presume. Make sure to get the armpits, make sure to get behind ears, make sure to get in the ears. A lot of people forget behind the ears is all matted. Cool. Bam, we got it combed out. Next, clean the eyeballs. I take acetone and rub the eyeballs, get the, so we super glue them on there, and there's inevitably some super glue oil on there. So I get it a little wet. Clean the nose off, some of the dust that might be on there. And now I take my, whatever this is, X-Acto, whatever blade, and I'm gonna scrape out the eye, the super glue that is in there. This here blade is metal. If you try hard enough, you can scratch the eye, which is a real bummer if you do that. All right. Gonna put a little more acetone on it. So I have two brushes. I have one that's a rough brush that I get dirty. The other one is a nice and fluffy, clean brush that I like to leave it that way. That looks like it might be complete. I'll do the other eye. Scraping off the super glue. We do it different than most taxidermists. Most taxidermists put clay in the eye and they tuck the skin around the clayed eye. I build the clay up with epoxy, let it get hardened. All right. So, as the sign on the wall says, do quality work, do it quickly. If you do quality work but you're super slow, you cost the company lots of money. Do quality work, do it quickly, that's good. Quickly means, yeah, having hustle, move right along, but more important than that is wood never scratches the eye, so I always sharpen the tip of this to the end of this to something. More importantly is being efficient, not efficient. I define it as not wasting a step. There's that. All right, now, little Windex. And right here, I'm not really cleaning the eye perfect. I'm just wanting to make sure that all the heavy chunks are off of it. The you know, if it's a fingerprint or what, a streak, who cares? But I want to make sure that all the and it is not. I'll end up painting over this eye, so that's why it doesn't have to be. I want the heavy stuff off, but it doesn't matter if the little stuff's on there. All right, and here is my clean brush that I never get wet, and it just kind of knocks off the fluff. And again, the end of that is wood, so I can scrape with the end of that wood part there. All right. Beautiful, I think. There we go. The only thing more boring than doing taxidermy is watching someone else do it.
Is it?
Well. You know, sometimes I used to get videos and watch them. It's like, oh my goodness, can we speed it up some?
Okay, you know, I mean, I don't mind this, but I don't know if I could like go home and just YouTube it and sit there and watch like videos like that.
Yeah.
Like, this is different, but yeah. I don't know if I could just watch videos like that.
All right, I've got two eyes ready. All right, my cheat sheet next.
I can't even think about the idea.
Clean the eyes. We're gonna putty the eyes. Do we have any puttying that needs done? So if there's a crack, the answer is yes. I'm gonna put a little bit up there. Oops, that's something else I did not do. I got lots of hide paste and goobers in the lips, so I'm gonna do this. Alright, so a little bit of putty. Use epoxy salt, part A, part B, equal amount.
How much would you say the average shoulder mounted deer weighs? I know it varies, like.
2 pounds. Is that?
I
couldn't hear you.
How much does a mounted deer weigh?
Like average.
20 pounds. A little water with that. Mixy. All right. Roll to go to a point like that. I take my nifty little tool here, and I will shove it into some cracks that I see up on top there. Shovey. So I'm pushing it into the crack, then I'll take off that excess there. All right. From the other side again, I roll it to a tip and gonna push this up there. All right, so it's shoved in the crack. I think the nose is fine. Get a little spot right there. If you do much of a spot on the nose, a wet rag can texture it and give back that look. Now I get my rough, dirty brush again. A little bit of Windex. Get the other end this way. And now I'm going to clean the eye. Clean that, pushing it more into the crack. And clean it off. You can use this end of the tip of this, shove it in here, and run it in the edges and clean it all up. All perfect. Beautiful. And again, I'm going to shove this up into that crack there. This tear duct right here could have been tucked in more. I got a bunch of skin there, so now it has to be painted. If it was tucked in more, it'd be just hair and you wouldn't have to paint it. Looks pretty marvelous. Cool. Putting done, time for putting, time for painting. Now I've got 3 colors. Red for in the nostril of deers. A little bit of red. Give me this again. If you look in the nostrils, it will shoot you in the eye with some paint. It might get on your phone there too. There we are. It looks a little bright. I'm going to tone it down with another color. And the next, clean it out with Windex. Even the next one's going to be do black lash. You always do lighter colors than you work with the darkest colors. Do red first in the nostrils. Now we're going to use brown. And now doing the eyes. And the tear duct. I do the lips, do a shot of the lips in case there's anything sticking out there. Can't put it on too thick, it just won't help it any if you put it on thick. I think I went through all my paint. I'm not being real gentle or slow. Move it along. Now I go back where lips over here. Go back where it was, gave this a chance to dry a little bit. Gonna put another coat on. Often I miss the top of the eye, so be sure and give it an angle up like this. Coming back over the nose. It was a little bright red, so I'm going to shoot in the nose to dull it down some. And again, so this side maybe is dry, but now something else you can do. If you squeeze this all the way up, now it's just air coming out. Now you can dry it if you need to dry it. All right, now I'm back to paint and put one last third coat on here. A brown. And again, I also missed right underneath the lip right there. All right, now that's it for the brown. Blow that out. Now I'm going to blow just straight air in here just to dry it. Straight air, dry, 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 dry. Oh, that's right. I got another one over here. I think it's on the other side. Maybe some Right there, it's some Bondo, whatever up there. Some Bondo the ears, of course. We'll get it like that. I think that's fine. Alright, blow this out. Windex again. Technically, you're going right to black, so you don't have to clean it with Windex, but these get clogged up so easily. I like to keep them cleaned out. Always put your finger on the top of this. Once had an employee that didn't, and he put it all over him. Whoop, there we go. Alright, push out some black, and I'm going to go find, I spray it in the side of my finger here to see how much is coming out. Not much, that's perfect. And I'm going to do the other eye as well. Ideally, the eyes are two-toned. It's not a solid brown, not a solid black, a little bit of both. All right, the nose. I sprayed the brown straight on. See all that wonderful texture, whatever in there. If I shoot this straight on, it'll feel that inside there. So I'm gonna go kind of heavy, and I'm gonna shoot from an angle. And come over here and shoot at an angle. I got some extra red around there I don't like. And I'm going to do underneath it darker because it's just always missing underneath there. Go. All right, now let me looky-see at the eyes and everything I did. Inside's a little bit too bright red there. I just toned it down some. Cool. Lips look good. All right, one last time, open it up wide, clean it out. Again, this can, I always, the threads right there, I'll give it a shot there as well, because often paint gathers up there and it just gets all cloggy. Bam. There it is. Now I want it to dry. So I'm gonna dry it off, just pure air. Dry, pure air. Boom. I now put the shine, a matte finish on the nose. Yes, sir.
So is that using the airbrush as air? Does that use like a softer air spray than the airbrush tip, I guess?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that you're not pushing your paint versus drying it?
It just saves time.
Yeah. All right, there it is. Spray that on there. All right, now, what is this? Cleaning the eye. Again, I got two brushes, one soft and fluffy pretty one rough and gruff one.
I don't think
Take Windex, squirt right there, stick it in there. I'm going to take a paper towel. I'm going to take off most of the moisture on that. Now I'm going to rub it on the eye, staying away from the edges. And I'm applying pressure to try to dig in, but I stay away from the edge. I stay whatever, 1/8 inch away from the edges. Wipe that off. Do the same with the other one. Make it wet. And take off most of the water. Now I'm gonna, what's that big old hair there? I'm backing up, I'm backing up, I'm backing it. All right, stay away from the edges. Get a little bit moist. Rubby-dubby-dubby.
You using acetone for that? Or?
No, Windex.
Windex, okay.
You can use the wood part if you want. Wood doesn't scratch an eye. All right, there it is. Now, I am going to take Mr. Razor Blade again, flashlight, and I'm going around and I'm scraping off that last little bit of paint that is next to the edge. If I try to clean it off with Windex and whatnot, I end up touching the paint part and having to repaint some, and I could try to avoid that. Now I get my pretty paintbrush, and it's just a feather dust. I'm just knocking stuff away. I can also, I don't want to get it wet now, but do a little bit of that action, and I'll accept that wetness. Well, I removed the paint. I didn't want to, but I did. Alright, cool. I'm going to come back and touch that up a little bit. Over here now, you guys can see over there. See, I got all the paint all around that outside edge. Don't want the paint on that outside edge. So, my little razor bladey here. I forgot to turn the head upside down. I always want to turn the head upside down after I've painted, because inevitably you see stuff when it's upside down that you don't see standing up. Upright. Whatever this position is. Alright, nice clean happy brush now. I nicked it right there with my razor blade. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright, and I am now going to do a little bit of touching up. I just need a spot, so I shake this up. That little spot right there has a little bit of paint that I put on the end of my jig. And here we go. I'm going to put a little. Alright. Ow. Landed right on that fine tip. Damn, got it. Alright. Basically it's painted, but I'm going to flip it upside down because inevitably I see stuff that I didn't get. Upside down, there it is. Whole bunch there, whole bunch there. Whole bunch. Should have done this when I had the airbrush going. If it would have worked the way I wanted it to work, I wouldn't be doing any of this painting, but no, I pressed too hard. Sage rattling the table there. Alright. And of course it's a commercial mount, not a competition mount. Got glue squirting out there, I don't like. Make a mistake on one eye, make it in the other eye, so it looks like it was supposed to be meant for it to be that way. And again, I don't like painting what I'm doing right now. Shouldn't have to do that, but I did. Cool. Alright, next on the to-do. We have cleaned the eyes. We oiled that. Oiled the antlers. Oiled the antlers. I put a glove on, a Michael Jackson glove. And then I get this oil mixture. It's 40% linseed oil, 60% paint thinner, and rub it out. Put this oil on deer and elk. I don't do it on antelope just because it's just the antelope are so knobby. It's hard not to penetrate all the little knobs, just like the end here. This has got lots of knobbies on it for deer. Comes off, it's a little bit shiny right now. By tomorrow it'll dull down. So yeah, there's, I'm moving right along, but it's being efficient, it's not wasting a step. It's often the secret of going fast is wanting to go fast. With, I don't have a pen. Who's got a pen? You got a pen?
There's no pen for me. Wait here for me. Okay, here you go.
Thank you. 3785. 3785. Put a new tag on here. Cut out the old ugly one. End up putting the original tag back on the center of the brisket here. Check out the armpits, make sure that's right. There we go. And while I'm here,
So we don't have to worry about getting oil in between all the knobs on the horn? I have.
Say that again?
We don't have to worry about getting like oil in between all the little...
It's just almost, unless you get a paintbrush and really work at it. Yeah, I just don't go that hard. Because this deer has exceptional amount of little knobby thingies there. All right, and to clean the lips, and I should have, I missed this step. I should have done this before I before I did the finishing stuff, before I clean the eyes, because now I got to be extra gentle. The water-based paint will not stick, and now I'm right there. I got to go back and paint it. Oy vey. Amateur. I'm out of practice like the first year I've finished in a year. Ah, I'll get up here too. I like to fluff the hair in the ear because there's nothing in there that they need to see, so I like to fluff that up. And what was I going to do over here? Something.
Paper.
Oh, that's right, a little spot. Coop. Coop, coop. I clean the end of this in Windex. This is that fine brush, so I always make it go to a perfect point. Except I dropped to the ground and really massacred it there. Alright. There it is. I think that's it. I'm going to spin it back around, take one more look over. And yes, you can put that, I don't know if that's our policy here or not, to put cowboy magic on it. But gives a nice sheen. There it is, and boom. That concludes the demo by Dan.